watch out, they're racing towards you. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Open your eyes, look towards the skies and run for your life. The snow falling faster, the wind picks it up. Look for crystal designs and blankets of sweat, gasping for air in what seems like the sea. No water left here, none for you, none for me. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Open your eyes, look to the skies and run. Oh, run for the sun. It's all that you have left now. Run for the sun. There's time if you kick into gear now. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Open your eyes, look to the skies and run. Open your ears, do you not hear the flames thud? Open your lungs and breathe in the air. Look around to see the colors of despair, but get to your feet and just run. For what happened here tonight cannot be undone. Do it or die, dearie. Get to your feet or be weary. Do it or die, do you hear me? Get up and just run. Just run. Just run. Look to the skies and just I saw the meaning of life one day while inside King's Court of Rule. Everything suddenly clicked into place when I laid my eyes on you, entranced by a view. And when court was through, I raced to the yard, but to no avail. There was no trace of you. I heard the meaning of life one day when you strolled humming your tune, unaware that I was staying at the inn that you worked at too. I asked for your name, you replied in refrain. I tried to unscramble and look for clues in the notes that you sang.
remember to put my mic back on because people need to hear this luscious voice. Don't know why everybody's laughing at that, but that's fine. So, for Denise's... Well, we basically gave you a rundown earlier on, didn't we? Of what happened. You guys got into a fight with a Illithid and a Beholder and all the likes of that. Fight went on for a wee bit. Done a good bit of damage to everyone. Sentinel managed to stick an arrow in her teammate Cade, and Xeric, took an arrow to the knee. God, I love Oblivion at the moment. haven't stopped playing it for the last week. Yes, so Xeric also failed their save of some sort to...
It was the deck save that was done.
Yeah, whatever save it was. Failed it and became a statue. But not before a strange entity erupted from them. A strange shadowy creature. The fight went on. Mouse managed to... What was it you hit them with again? That was... What was the area?
Oh, the AoE?
Yeah, what was that one?
That was... Holy Bumfluff Fire. I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Okay, Holy Bumfluff Fire. She spread her cheeks and... Flame Strike, that was it. And y'all eventually done enough damage to bring down the Illithid with a brilliant combo between Cade and Nephilis after he managed to get out of whatever it was that he was stunned or something like that, or incapacitated. And he was finally able to make a move, and the move was absolutely brilliant. He done a Witch Bolt on the Illithid, and Cade swapped out the damage roll with a natural 20, which gave us basically him Kamehameha-ing the fucking Illithid, and he killed him in one shot. Portal opened up, the Beholder got sucked back in, and it was a strange being on the other side who had a familiar arm to Stormcrow and Mouse, a weird purplish metal magical arm with multiple fragments of a familiar crystal embedded in it. They came to the realization that it was the Stellarite arm of Ramallah on a being too large to be Ramallah.
Oh, sorry guys.
You
Traffic.
should be.
Yes, we've been waiting here for ages. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's all ignore him as if he's not been here for 3 weeks. Hey. Love you. Love those dulcet tones, mate.
You haven't done anything in 3 weeks anyway.
We tried. We actually tried the first week. Then Discord fucked us over. Yeah, it was. It actually was, because it took everybody out one by one. It took Rob out first, then it took me out, then it took fucking Addison, Byron out at the same time, and it was just left fucking Stuart here on his lonesome.
Yeah. Got it recorded and everything.
Yeah.
In fact, I bookended that recording with the page down sign of Discord.
It was fucking... Honestly, it was fucking hilarious. And after that had happened, Vondra tried flying up into the portal as it was closing, but missed it, and was not trapped on the other side. She flew off, and in a little bit of an unbroadcasted session that ended very abruptly due to Discord problems, she flew off to find a charcuterie board to eat. some food.
We're
was
not
taking a-
joking.
Yeah. Who was it that said what there? Was that you, Robin?
Yeah.
Yes. There was no like existential crisis or let's go and figure out what's just happened. Why have I just tried to fly into a portal with what looks like a weird demon on the other end? It was, you know what? I'm hungry. I'm going to go try and find food. Really can't understand Vondra's thing with it, and I love the fact that Byron is keeping me guessing every single week. You know, it's not infuriating as a DM or anything. You know, it's really fun. It's really fun. Nearly snapped a
Just a
tooth.
quick question.
Yes.
On my character sheet next to HP points, HP, there's a temp 8. What does that mean?
You were given temporary hit points during the fight.
Okay.
Yes. So they'll disappear when you long rest.
Yeah, cool. I've seen it before, so I thought I'd look.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay until either you're hit or long rest.
Okay, cool.
She flew off to find food, and was met by a person, a black-feathered Aarakocra, who went by the nickname the General, but revealed himself to be an ex-adventurer known as Rasham Vespik, who seen her fly off from the scene of the battle and wanted to get some information from her.
Could you say that again for my notes, please?
Yes, she flew off to find a charcuterie board. I don't know how to spell that.
No, it's fine. Just do matey's name.
Rasham Vespik. R-A... Da...
Mrs. Nesbit.
R-A apostrophe S-H-A-M
Yep.
Vespik. V-E-S-P-I-C.
I see. Thank you.
I'm a little bit upset that you needed his name told to you, because he was the best character in Shadows of Betrayal, who was a stoner Aarakocra with a cool gun.
I wasn't in the game, but I remember the character.
What was it?
I remember. I wasn't in the game, but I remember the character. I think he was in a one shot as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
He joined us for Christmas one against Santa.
Yeah, when you guys fought Santa. Bad Santa, I might say.
Naughty Santa.
Naughty. You don't want to know what came out of his Santa. No, right, okay.
No.
We are live now.
Yes.
Please do not swear.
Please don't say fuck or bugger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went. They talked about a few things. Went back to the temple that everything was happening at, and the place was now surrounded by guards, pedestrians all cordoned off the area, and that is basically where we got to before. With
I lost the toe.
yeah, you've lost the toe.
You
Zer-
lost it? Oh.
yeah,
Yeah, being dragged into the temple, I lost the toe. We tipped it off the steps.
he's a statue that had to get dragged along the fucking ground. Nobody was strong enough to drag him along the ground.
We
When you get to
did
steps,
that.
yes, when you get to steps, something's going to happen.
Oh, at least it was just a toe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Was-
it's a roll of d10 to decide which toe, mind you.
yeah,
Oh, of course.
yeah. So, we will rewind once again after the incident. Mouse, you got the temple door open, and Hunter and Poacher got your parents out and into the carriage as quick as for protection. Sentinel, you followed in to give some backup to Mouse, and that's where we'll start off this session. You all get into the the carriage, which has been shaped to look like the bottled in. Your trusted manservant Ebard. As you wander in, you see his clothes have. Actually, I've got to change the sound here. Has changed quite immeasurably. He has the same butler outfit that he usually wears, all tailored and lovely looking, except he's now wearing a straw hat and what appears to be some sort of jean-like dungarees, and he's trying to herd the sheep into certain areas.
Wow.
As you all wander in, as the two of you wander in.
Can he be trying to use Chomps as a sheepdog?
Well, I think you've still got Chomps in your pocket, so.
Yeah. I'll let Chomps out, and he will try and herd the sheep.
Did I get? Have I put?
Chomps is,
Mimic.
Chomps is attached to Stalker right now.
Did we put Chomps on Stalker?
Yeah, he's on Stalker.
No, that's just a tag. That's just a marker, because remember you knocked her out.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was. What's power? I will make your spiritual weapon. You can make him Chomps. You can control him, mouse.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
He's just playing, maybe.
Yes. You wander in, burst through the door. You see Ebard. Everything all right? You just see the goats all looking up at him, dead-eyed and just chomping away on something. Appears to be like fine linen. Yeah. Hey, down! Away! Yeah!
Do I even want to know?
You threw them in here. You see Stalker has been laid out on the couch, sound asleep from the spell, and your mum and dad hurry over to another in the corner and just sort of bunker themselves down. A couple of glasses filled with like what appears to be coloured liquid. I thought I'd put a fucking dragon token there just because I was hovering over it. I shot myself. It's like, oh no, dragon attack!
Dragon!
Ah, got in here somehow.
Okay. Is there something in here that I could use to powder a diamond?
Powder a diamond. How?
Just like beat the living shit out of it. Because I need one for tomorrow for a long rest and I can turn Zarek back.
Tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. Yes, you do know there is a room that Myron had made for himself, and there was some smithing tools that were in it. So you will definitely be able to get a hammer in there.
I will just look over at Mum and Dad and... Are you okay? You're safe? No problem?
Mum looks very shaken up. She's just like, her glass is a lot bigger, is a lot more filled than your father's. This seems to be some sort of like whiskey. It appears to be like the third refill already.
Oh, Mum's pissed.
Your dad just was not expecting something like this on my first day out of the land.
I would say you'll get used to it, but you really don't. That was big even for us.
Giggity.
We weren't title of your sister. I do not know what's come over me. I've lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yes, that was a lot. But you are safe?
For now, it seems.
there are beds here if you want to sleep. There are drinks, as you have got. We wait for everyone to return before we move on.
Okay. We will go rest a little bit. Come, dear. Come, dear. Put it down. Put it. Damn. Give your mother a drink.
Hey, I wasn't here. Who gave her the drink?
Ebar looks over. Not me.
Did you say Zarek was taken into the temple?
Nephilis. Yeah, Nephilis and Cade. Before Cade collapsed. No, Nephilis was helping Cade. Temple guards were trying to take Zarek into the temple. Yes, so they were all being taken into the temple to be dealt with.
And is that where they all are now?
That is where they all are. They are going now. Yes.
Okie dokie. Since shall we go and find the others? Boys, I might need you to help me carry Zarek back into the caravan. He is a large lump of stone right now.
Sure, no worries, I'll help you.
You just see which one's which again. I keep forgetting. Who's the good one again? Hunter.
Right, Hunter.
Hunter's like, yes, no problem. We will do it. You just hear Poacher off in the corner. Yes, time to flex the muscles. Does the little pose like Arnold in the classic, you know. Time to show everything off.
Should we just sit him on Sceptra?
Well, he at this moment in time is weighing about 4 tons.
Yeah, probably not now.
Yeah. if you don't love Satra,
we did the maths.
yeah, he weighs about 4 tons.
2,220, I think it was. Yeah.
Almost 4 tons. So, you two, are you taking Satra with you?
Nah, she can chill.
She
Yeah,
can
go on.
stay.
That just
Yeah,
the entire fight instead by the thing.
Sound. So, you are no longer flying. I need to take that off of your token. I need to bring your tokens up a layer. God damn, I hate GM layers sometimes. It's all a pain in the fucking backside sometimes. The two of you walk out of the caravan or the cart. As you do, you hear scraping in the distance. You look over and you see a statuesque version of Zarek being dragged along the floor by what appears to be temple guards and monks or clerics of some sort. But as you're sort of opening the door, you see passing you Stormcrow going the opposite way of where everybody else is.
What do?
He does not appear to hear you. He seems to be... Give me a perception check or an investigation check, whichever one the two of you would like to do.
I will
But-
do.
Yeah,
perception.
with mine. Mine's on the plus. Oh, perception plus 8. No.
33.
Nice. You catch the glimpse of a cloaked figure that Stormcrow appears to be following off in the distance. His focus seems to be on that person. As he begins wandering down an alleyway.
I will send him a message. If I have that. Yes, I have a third. Yeah, I will cast sending towards him and say, "Where are you going? Who are you following?"
Does Stormcrow know what he's doing? Does it?
Stormcrow is going to leave her on bed for the moment.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at Sensorol and go, "Well, that's fucking rude."
I know, right?
I don't know what's going on.
Don't
We
know.
best find the others. See if he said something.
Yeah, let's go find the others and figure this all out.
You just hear coming along across from outside the temple, and then the crack, and you go, "Oh, God! It was he! Leave it! Leave it! Leave it!" And they start pulling Zerek's stone body further in to the temple.
I will chase after them, but I will look to see what fell off.
So are we still drugging someone, or can I go with her, or what's happening?
No, you can go. You can go with her.
Yeah.
Zerek's body is being dragged by somebody else.
Alright, okay.
Now, for clarity's sake, the person who did find it is Vondra. You give a little quick look around. There's that much like stone dust and scratch marks all over the place. Like as you turn, you're just like, no, can't see anything here. What was it? Must have been nothing. And then like half an hour later, Vondra will find the toe.
As long as it's found, that's the main thing. You can keep it on a necklace or something. Bit of a souvenir.
Stormcrow. Roll me perception check, please.
I don't think he's there.
Shit, fucking thing. There we go. 30 20.
Dirty 20. You manage to keep up with the cloaked and masked figure, catching glimpse as they go through this alleyway, that one, taking the back roads, going past crowded areas that people, as you're walking through, you just hear them whispering like, "Oh, what's happening? What was that? Why has it went all dark?" Everybody panicking and I heard it's something to do with the temples. But they're all looking that way, and you manage to keep your sight on the person that's not staring this way and walking the opposite ways. A few, maybe 10 minutes later, after following, you see you've been taken to quite an old part of town. This appears to be a bit more of the run-down sections of Drower, it appears. You see the cloaked individual dart off into what appears to be an old, decrepit house. Is there anything you would like to do?
Follow him, but sneaky styly.
Okay, roll me a sneaky stealth.
That would be a 15.
A 15. You manage to be all sneaky stealthy. Creepy. You manage to get yourself to the doorway. You see that the door is falling off its hinges. It's rotten wood. You know that smell you get when you get up to like really old wood, giggity. I heard you, and I was like, oh, she's gonna have a laugh, isn't she? You know, like when you're like hauling out old things in the allotment and all that sort of stuff. Like it's that really rancid, waterlogged fucking woody smell.
Know the aroma.
Yes. As you do, you creep yourself up to the doorway, and you feel a slight breeze at your back, and then the feeling of cold steel at your throat. As you see a drow elf of the Silent Network over your shoulder. It's good of you to join us, Lord Thelis.
I would sort of glance at the corner of my eye at them and go, well, with such a great invitation and such a wonderful environment, you know, how could I possibly turn down such a kind invitation? What do you want with me?
Oh, sorry, I was just distracted there with something. The matron wishes to speak to you.
Hey.
Is she inside, or are we taking a trip?
She's inside. Blade comes away from your throat. Sheathes it once again. Just here.
Well, no. Well, that is not really going to be any sort of symbol that I'm safe with who I'm dealing with here. So I just sort of nod, and I'm going to walk through the door.
You just hear behind you a wee whistle, and then from out of the shadows, two other of the Silent Network, sort of as if they are creatures of shadow themselves, open up. This way.
I glance at the two of them and go, well, nice to know that you guys have still kept up this wonderful aura of happiness and welcoming to all your guests.
This way. And he points you down to the hallway. The big creepy room at the end there.
Make my way into the room.
Making my way.
Making my way.
Making my way.
And then from out of the shadows, Betty pops at you. Ah!
I knew it. I saw you sneaking Betty in the carriage.
I'm only joking. From the shadows, as if elongating, you see a drow elf matron. One of the higher ranking officials within the Silent Network, usually in charge of different sects of the Silent Network, assassins, and the ones that basically get thrown into the deep end. One that you had a feeling that was in the city of Starlight Peaks as the battle commenced a few weeks ago. She turns to you and looks you up and down and gives a quick
Knowing exactly who I'm dealing with, I go down, drop down to one knee in front of her, knowing that this is not a woman that I need to show respect to and not piss off.
She curtsies to you. Lord Felis, it is an honour to finally speak to you.
I swallow nervously and go, "The honour is all mine, my lady. How may I help you today?"
Well, how formal. It seems all those years of eloquence training has paid off.
I just sort of do that sort of embarrassed, sort of tight smile, well, you know, sort of, you know you're getting a compliment, but you know full well that it is not fully meant. You just sort of like, you know, you're just being humoured, you're just sort of like, yep, okay, great. But careful not to piss her off in any way.
My patron, I should say, has asked me to make contact with you. They require...
Sort of look at her.
On you go.
I sort of look at her and nod and go, "May I be so bold as to ask who your patron is at this time?"
I have been requested to not divulge such information. As a member of such an elite organization, the discrepancy to tell you who my handler is of course a well-guarded secret at this moment in time. But I assure you, they mean no harm.
I just sort of look at her and nod, understanding.
There are things, as she starts pacing back and forward ever so slightly, not in a like aggressive manner or anything like that, more as a way to try and keep her thoughts to her thoughts. You know, like people do to try and keep their head in the game, sort of thing.
Yeah.
She turns and the situation in your home continent, they are becoming ever more tiresome. The political landscape at this moment in time is truly combustible. My patron believes there's something coming from Avalon. Another expansion of our people, trying to take war to the other continents once more and establish elven dominance around the world. And my patron believes you may be one of the keys to stopping this.
Sort of look at her a bit surprised and go, me?
Yes.
I cannot see any of the council from Avalon agreeing to having me as anyone who would act as any sort of mediator in this situation, my lady. I think you of all people know the situation that our houses, that my house and other houses find themselves in, and the, shall we say, lack of trust that I have in people.
I have been made well aware of everything that's happened with you in the past. Your exile, your forced exile from your people is well documented within the network. As
If I
is,
may so bold,
as
one
it-
other question.
Oh yeah, on you go.
Obviously, with yourself as the controller of the silent network, may I ask why, of all people, you ask for my help? Because I am still confused as to how I could help in any way. My knowledge of the politics of the of Avalon is sadly lacking at this current time.
Let's not beat around the bush, Lord Thelis. I know why you were exiled. It is well documented. You were set up, and your personal behaviours were used as a form of blackmail against your father. Now, everybody knows that the love of a person may not always be designated for one other. You showed that yourself that evening. She gives you a little wink. But you also know that the higher up in the magisterium are very, very much prudes to the old ways. And with that, the Mylils have managed to blackmail and bully their way into a higher understanding within the magisterium, the high magistrates, with Lord Phalas Mylil set to become the first magistrate, the new first magistrate, the leader of all of Avalon. My patron believes that you hold some sort of key to returning your family's name to a higher glory and thwarting his political agenda. There are members within the Magisterium who do not want to see war anymore. They wish to become higher creatures, but in a better understanding with the rest of the world. We do not wish to rule, we wish to live in peace others don't hold to that. They hold to an old understanding that elven might shall win the day. Having the blackmail and exiled son of one of the highest ranking houses within the Magisterium would help, but as to why or how this will help, it's not an understanding from me. I have just been tasked with retrieving you. Well, retrieving you and that band of misfits you travel with. They seem to have held well against the likes of Ungwell and those creatures that came through that portal. I must say, you guys done a magnificent job. Apart from the one that got an arrow from one of your own. That didn't seem to be working very well for you all at that moment in time.
As she's talking at this point, when she mentions the guys coming back at me, I sort of glance up at her from where I've kept my head down, looking at the floor, and go, but if you allow me to ask a question, this is Avalon. This is not a nation that is known for accepting others. Again, what possible use could my friends have over there? We all know that the thoughts of the Dark Elves towards the Drow, towards any other race.
Yes,
and they lesser races. I don't understand how they could help.
If Lord Falas will not yield politically and decides to cause an uprising of sorts, shouldn't some of the best warriors in the land be there to help quell it? And you seem to have a way with people. Maybe you can talk some sense into our kind and the rest of the elves of Avalon. I can only give the offer. My patron will have more information should you choose to join us. I will not force you right now. It does not mean anything to me.
I sort of nod, thought, go, may I have some time to consider this generous offer, my lady?
She nods her head. Of course, Lord Thelis. I am but a humble servant to your people.
I sort of glance at her as with that one, sort of one eyebrow raised, as though to say, say that all you want, but we both know you've got a hell of a lot of power in this situation.
This situation. Hold on. She whistles, and another of the dark, concealed shadow network assassins creeps out. Give him the location. Bows its head and gives you a little stone tablet. Probably about the size of a Kit Kat. That's the best use I could, just because I had a Kit Kat chunky earlier on, so that's the size I'm thinking in my head. Not that I'm a fat bastard or anything like that, and it appears to have a few symbols carved into it. The assassin sort of takes to one knee, holds it up as if like holding up a ceremonial blade, like holds it up to you, bowing.
I'm still on one knee, but I take it and bow to him in respect as well.
Nods his head, and then disappears back into the shadow. Those are the teleportation runes that you will need to find way to my patron's abode. Tell the little one, the little wizard, to make best use of them when she gets an opportunity. Oh, I know. In case you're not understanding it, I know about who Vondra is and her powers. Just like I know about Mouse, Cade, the elf Sensoril. There's one that I'm not too sure of at this moment in time. But they're made of stone now, so strange creatures. Anyway, my lord, and she curtsies to you once more. We will be waiting for you at those locations, should you decide to help your people once more.
I sort of nod, look straighten up from where I've been one knee, nod to her, and nod to her, and just sort of go to turn out the room and just stop and turn around and look and go, my lady, although I obviously will take a couple of days to make this decision, we have some matters to take care of, unrelating to this. I do have one question. Take a deep breath and go, do you know of anything to do with Alaseth and the child?
Know anything about what, sorry?
Do you know of anything to do with Alaseth and the child, my lady?
I know only she passed. I do not know which sect of the Silent Network caused it. But the child, I do not know. Would you like me to try and find some information for you?
I just sort of bow my head at the news that Alaseth has passed away, and I just sort of drop and I sort of look up at her, and there's a very cold look in my eyes, and I go, please, my lady, and also in the name of the sect, because I will have their heads.
I believe you already took his head.
Take this job. I want them dead.
I believe you've already killed them. It would have been Ungwale's sect.
Some survived. I want them.
I will find some information for you. I will talk to their matron. See what I can dig up.
Sort of bow again and go, thank you, my lady. You will have your answer soon.
She takes a step back into the shadows and disappears.
Sort of hang on a sec and just release a breath that I've been holding this entire time, and just sort of, oh, shit.
You release a squeaky fart that you've been holding this whole time as well.
I sort of turn and make my way down the stairs and realise that everyone has fucked off out of there and I am on my own.
Yeah. You give me a perception check, please, or an investigation check.
Let's go for investigation. And one did, so I am shitting myself so much I don't notice a goddamn thing.
Yeah. You notice that they're all gone, but you don't notice the feeling. You don't notice the feeling that eyes are still on you.
Yeah.
And from there, we will pan back to the Drower Temple, where everybody is now dealing with the injured Zarek and what's his boss? Cade. Kaka! I'm now dead! Kaka! No, you're not dead. Mouse, you step foot into the temple and you get that familiar feeling of being surrounded by divinity. Not divinity original sins, just divinity. Sentinel, you get this warm feeling as you step through the doors of the temple, having been living your life out in the woods in the wilderness for so long. You're not really used to things like this, even traveling the big cities and whatnot. You've never really been religious in this, have you? So you just basically get like this nice overwhelming feeling as you see people rushing around and trying to fix things and deal with injuries and whatnot. You guys get told that your friends have been moved off into a chamber on the offset, the other side of the temple area. I'll move you over so you get an understanding. And
As we're walking through, I'll be pointing things out to Sensible, like, oh, this is called such and such, that is called that, and boring things like that.
Oh, that's it. That's a.
Centaur is like staring and nodding.
Oh, that's a statue dedicated to this person. That's a statue dedicated to that person. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Funny,
actually
this temple was built in blah blah blah.
See a really slow, old turtle woman. Looks a little bit like Mrs. Doubtfire walking past.
Has any of you seen Invincible before?
What was that? Sorry.
Yeah. Has any of you watched Invincible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, right. So you'll understand.
Yeah.
That's what she's basically doing.
Little turtle cleric wander. Oh, let me pass, dearie. Hold on, got people to heal.
Help is on the way.
That's literally what I was away to do. Thanks for that. Help is on the way, dear.
Help is on the way, dear. Oh, I meant FA.
You get to the side room that they're talking about. You see Cade laid up on a bed, in and out of consciousness. Neff just seems to be neffing about as per usual, and the cleric, the appears to be like a healer of sorts, is working on Zarek, but you see that she's going very slow. She's trying to like channel the energy into him and do what needs to be done.
Can I have permission to move? I can't.
You should have permission to move. You should, for fuck's sake.
No, you can't.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I will come in and help any way I can.
Okay.
While letting the cleric know that I can do greater resurrection tomorrow if needs be. Or I have the diamonds if she can do it.
Oh, you think you could do better than me? On you go then. Let's give it a try. Just walk
I
into my
don't-
temple.
I am offering help.
That's what I'm doing. I'm helping this person. She's like, no, she actually does say, that would be helpful. Thank you very much, dearie. Are you giving her the crushed diamonds?
Yes, if she is doing the spell, I will give her the diamonds for it once I find them. There they are. Take 100
Sweet.
off.
Mark them off. You see, she just does the incantation, spreads the powdered diamond over Zarek's now stoned body, and does all the chanting. Hamina, 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 hamina. Woo, 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 like starts bouncing up on one leg, shakes at Zarek, you know, just there you go. Does everything that needs to be done, and Zarek, you are no longer hard. I mean stone. But you are extremely exhausted.
What, how many points?
I think you're already one.
Yeah.
So you're not petrified and you're not stunned. Take another level of exhaustion.
Oh.
Because you're exhausted. You've just literally been turned to stone and you had done whatever done. But she heals you up and you crumple to the ground. She gets you back up, puts you on like a little seat, and you're sort of like in and out of it. But Sentinel, you, Mouse, and Cade are all free to do what you wish. Cade, you are healing up.
Cade, in and out of consciousness, will look at Zarek as he crumples and is like, the fucking statue's moving. The statue's talking now, and then he'll pass back out.
Before he passes out, I lean down into Cade and go, "Don't worry, dear, it's all a dream," and I'll be like,
Are you licking him? Or is that just like you just going blah blah
just
blah?
like making noises and faces and like trying to freak him out some more.
Oh, like in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no! Yeah.
Since Sentinel's never been to a proper temple like this, she's just gonna like start looking around properly and just taking every statue and just taking it all in.
Well, technically, you did have a statue there for yourself, but they're now
I
healed.
did.
They're now healed up.
You know. Yeah, exactly. Boring now.
Yeah, selfishly decided to get healed up.
Stormcrow wasn't there to make sure I remained a guard mode.
Is there anything Sentinel or Mouse would like to do whilst the other two are passed out?
No, I will help keep an eye on them and do any healing that's needed. And
I guess Sentinel could try and go find some food for them once they, reading consciousness, they probably will be hungry.
Sweet. You ask the little old turtle lady, and she goes, "Oh yes, dearie, hold on, let's go find it." Very slowly, she takes you to the kitchen area where
don't eat the toffees that are in her bag.
Yeah. We don't want that to happen, do we? Manages to get you like a little plate worth of food. It's very standard religious stuff, like just bread, a little bit of cheese, some jugs of water and stuff like that. Nothing too amazing.
Yeah, well, it's food.
It's better than nothing. That's what it's. Exactly. Mouse Sentinel brings all this stuff back for you, and everyone else. Like, you all get a chance to munch on stuff in and out of consciousness. You just see Neff wandering about, staring at everything like, "Oh, pretty. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at that." He's just wandering about being himself. A few minutes go by, and I say a few minutes, about half an hour goes by, and Stormcrow, you find your way into the temple. I know this temple is a lot bigger than what the outside photo looked like before, but I couldn't find one that was the exact same, so
It's a tad, is it?
Yeah, it's better than nothing. So shut up, everyone that's judging me.
Divine enchantment.
Everybody that's judging me, you know, be quiet.
No judgment here.
I hear it in your voice.
What you're doing with it, that's the important thing.
Exactly. It's not the size of the temple. It's the size of the
It's how
god.
you pray.
Yeah.
How well you worship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stormcrow, is there anything you would like to do as you re-enter the or as you enter the temple?
I'm just gonna wander around and just around here where I could just see where Neff is and just hang back out as while I'm thinking about what I've just been through.
You want to hang out the back of Neff, did you say? Oh right, hang at the back.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah. Everybody feels the same about Rob.
Oh,
who just giggled like fuck there? Who was that?
That was me.
What
did
were
you really have to ask? I mean, come on.
I'm crocheting some little ducks for Keith's missus from the geekology.
All right.
And the head is a little bit top heavy, so every time I put it down, it kind of like headbutts the table. It's just like, I didn't realise I laughed so much. I apologise.
Oh, it's a Zarathos version of a duck. Very top heavy. So, Denise's friend Jesus has joined the Monday campaign, and he's went a redskin tiefling rogue, and the AI photo that I generated for him, and he's like, oh yeah, it's really good. We never really noticed that he was very top heavy and his legs were like really midgety. So
his legs are shorter than his arms and his body.
did he put it in? Yeah, it's in. It's in the time between's character art. I'll go and forward it.
I'll send it.
I see it.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's he's very top heavy, so it's become a running joke now. I'm going to kill whoever it was.
But the funniest thing is he's better to stay this way as well. So.
They say his body is normal size, his arms are normal size, his legs are teeny tiny. So if
I can just the noises he runs.
So I had to play it last week that there was a slope coming down from the tower that they were to the ground.
Oh.
And I had to make him do a dex save because his little legs wouldn't have held up with with the way his body was swaying. Just passed, so it was fine. It was all good. It was just like ah! It's like a sway, like those wavy whackable. Yeah, it was that. It was the Deadpool. He says that himself. It was the Deadpool baby legs. So, you guys are all resting up for a few hours. Those of who are injured and whatnot. Is there anything else anyone would like to do before we move on?
Yes.
Sweet. What would you like to do, or who would you like to do?
I would like to. First off, I would like to tap Sensorol on the shoulder and say, "Can we go somewhere and have a chat quickly?"
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Around and just sort of go. Tell you what, let's go out in the garden where we can sort of be a bit undisturbed. I don't want anyone to be listening to this next for what I tell you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just follow you.
Sentinel, you're out the group.
Yeah.
I'll chuck you both outside. There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was good. Sure, cheers.
or you can go in the nice romantic cemetery full
Oh.
of dead people.
How
I think we're good.
romantic. Just like.
So
Anyway, what is it you wanted to tell me?
So take a look at her and go. You remember the fight we had with the Silent Network?
Yeah.
You're aware of who runs the Silent Network, yeah?
Am I? I don't know. Am I?
so Sentinel's not from Avalon. She is from Starlight Peaks, but give me a history check just to see like how much you would know
Yep.
of
Okay.
of them.
16.
16. That's good. So you'll have been told, obviously, like the histories and stuff like that of different continents, and there will have been rumors at one point, like, oh, beware the Silent Network of Avalon. You know, that's elves that go about and kill people and all that sort of stuff. You know, but they'll tell about different. The way that it's all split up into different sects and whatnot, and each sect is headed by a matron that's filled with powers of the gods and the dark gods or demons and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
To you, it would probably just be rumors and like scary bedtime stories, like, oh, you watch yourself, or else the Silent Network will come and get you, because you've never been brought up in that life sort of thing, compared to like say
Okay.
Stormcrow, who has been who's lived that life. You know, he's lived from those places, but you would have a rough understanding and estimate of what he's talking about.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll just go back to him saying, well, not exactly. I've got a rough idea of who they are, and I've heard stories, but I don't really know who runs it.
So I'm gonna go. So you're familiar of the tales of the Raven Mother and all this sort of things, and they run the individual groups and the legends.
Sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not legends, they're true.
Oh, great.
What we came up against when we were in Starlight Peaks was a sect.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I think they were sent there to kill us because of some of the people who were at the party. That was either going to be my father or the Milos. I've got my suspicions it was the Milos, but I don't know. It wouldn't put it past my father to have done this. There has been a bit of an issue. I saw someone, a drow elf, outside the temple, and I followed them.
Okay.
It was a sect of the Silent Network. And I met with their matron. I sort of looked down at her, look at her and go, they want me to go back and help solve problems in Avalon, but they don't just want me to do it. They want us all.
What, the whole group?
Yeah.
Why?
Basically, me, because of my past, she can prove that I was set up, and with I sort of grin at her and go, reputation for violence.
Mm-hmm.
They think that having you guys with me may be a good thing and able to get us out of the situation.
Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. What do you think about this? You comfortable doing that?
Well,
No, if You went silent there.
Discord, you dare.
And now you're all gonna be kicked out.
Oh, wait, no. I can hear everyone. That's fine. Stormcrow, you've cut out.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. Let's just fucking disappear somewhere.
He's messaged me 1 second, guys.
Oh, okay, okay. We are having technical issues, guys. You know, just 2 seconds.
The D&D game is very important.
Dropped out.
Oh,
Ah,
That's the
I
second
don't know.
night it's dropped out. Weird. But yeah, I just sent some stuff to above table. I just sent some stuff a messenger to Zanisha, and I hand her some letters.
Yeah. I need to just quickly read through them. There's quite a lot to read, so bear with me.
Yep. Don't say what it is.
No, I'm not.
oh yeah, I'm gonna change Eric's name back. He's no longer Dead Extend Boy.
he was never dead. He was just rock
Fine.
hard.
I know. It was funny while it lasted.
You guys in the gardens of this temple, Stormcrow passing Sensoril a few letters in regards to what he was given from his father. She begins reading them.
Ooh.
Shocked and full of suspense.
Bah, bah, bah.
Oh my god. What could possibly be in it?
Can I peek over the shoulder?
Well, you're in. They're outside, and you're in a different room, feeling up Cade and Zarek at this moment in time and healing them.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
You know, you could always leave him to die and just sneak out and try and see if you can note.
Well, that's true.
I've got characters rolled up.
You could have suggested that to her, actually.
I'm just.
I cast greater invisibility on myself.
I'm just imagining the Tortle cleric has caught you and started speaking to you about soup. Don't ask me why. That is my go-to thing nowadays. I just think that everybody should speak about soup every now and again.
Funny enough, I had a lovely soup in work today.
Nice. Best soup I've ever had was a spicy tomato with Mediterranean veg, and I keep going to the same place every week or so, and they do not have it. And I keep asking them, when will you have it back? Well, we don't really know. It was the fucking best soup I've ever had in my life.
Ah, see, I love.
Okay, I am done reading.
Can I get from you, Sensoril, another history check, please? But you can have it at advantage with the aid of these letters. Natural 20. The handwriting and certain things mentioned within the letters themselves. Mentions from Stormcrow of the Silent Network and the name House Mylil jogs a memory within yourself. Now,
Okay.
I need to remember where I sent this stuff to you, because I think I sent it in... Yes, I sent it to you in Discord on the 20th of January.
Let me have a quick look it up. And it was just to me, yeah.
and it was just to you.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Look.
It mentions.
So when did you send it? What was the date?
20th of January. It should just be the
Oh yeah,
the next
I've got it. Yeah.
long one up.
Yeah.
The mention.
That's what.
The
Do I
men.
send it to... no. Yeah, go for it. What are you saying?
Sorry, the mention of House Milo and Silent Network jogs your memory that you have a couple of letters yourself, given to you by a drow elf, an elderly drow elf, whilst you were in the cells at Starlight Peaks, who looked very familiar as an older version of Stormcrow himself. And the letters inside were pertaining to your brother, Annihilus.
Okay, yeah. Since she's remembered that, she pulls those out, and I will send them we'll pass them to Stormcrow to read. And just mention, oh, that actually reminds me of something, and she just pulls those out at once.
Do you want me to forward them to Gareth?
You can do, but I'm already pretty much there. It's all good. There we go.
Do you have them, Gareth?
I do indeed.
Sweet. I'm actually going to have to make a character in here called Gareth. He's going to be an annoyingly sweet centaur. Just because of the giant cock. I mean, what? No reason.
You fool. Yeah, Sentinel.
I'm not reading back through, but yeah.
Sentinel reading your letters, Stormcrow. You see something like light up in her eyes, and she reaches into her bag and whips out a couple of letters herself and passes it to you and says, "Read these." Actually trying to remember what I wrote in it.
It's about my brother's death, kind of, as well as other stuff.
Yeah.
Who the suspicion is falling on.
And his journal that covers a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've sent him to.
And after I finish reading the letter and go, I'm so sorry that those bastards have done this to your family.
Yeah, me too. For a long time I didn't know what happened. Now at least I have some answers, but something must be done.
Basically, the matron has promised me information about the child and where she is.
Oh. Interesting.
If I go back and help her and do her bidding. Don't know what to do because I don't want to get you guys involved in this, but I'm gonna have to do this if I want to clear my name. And if I don't,
I mean, I'm sort of involved already, and I kind of want to know more myself. So I think you can count on me. I don't know about the rest.
But if we don't do this, knowing what the Milos are like, they'll bring water inside on them. They're obsessed with the fact that the Drow are the race. They're obsessed with conquest. They want to rule the world. God knows I don't want to see that happen to Starlight Peaks. I don't want to see that happen to anyone.
Yeah. This is
And the fact that they it's not going to be good for anyone. I don't want to get you guys involved, but there's too much at stake here, not just personally, but for all of us.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we have no way out of this, really.
And you know, I need to talk to you because I thought that, you know, you're with what you've gone through, you know what this could mean for me, and I needed to get your opinion. Do you think the guys will be on board with this?
I mean, you know them better than me, but I feel like we always, you know, we are a strong team, and whatever happens, we always go to in it together. And I feel like they might have your back. I mean, you always have me, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
Sort of smile and take a deep breath and go, well, at least I know I got one person on my side. Thank you, Sensoro.
Oh, anytime, honestly.
So I look and go, there's one more thing.
Oh, sorry, yeah, before you just said that, I just want to say I'm glad that you can trust me.
But, well, I need someone to talk to, and I don't know why, but I knew I could trust you.
Definitely. And what's the other thing you wanted to tell me?
Well, you remember when we were in the prison at Starlight Peaks?
Yeah.
And my mum had passed away.
Yeah.
I need to tell someone this, and again, I feel like I can trust you, and I know I can tell you this. I know I can't, but I need you to promise me this. You can never tell Mouse this.
Yeah, okay, you've got my word.
Would you like to jump to whispers so that Mouse does not hear this?
No, you cannot do that to me.
No.
His ears are so big, she can probably hear it.
I sort of looked at his brother and said, my mum died when we were in the Fey Run helping Mouse.
Oh.
That's why I couldn't get home and see her.
Holy shit.
If she knew this, you know how she is, it would break her heart.
Yeah.
With herself.
Yeah, we can't really tell her. Hopefully she hasn't overheard any of our conversation, but... No, yeah, this is safe with me. Didn't laugh at the end, by the way. It's just... Yeah.
So.
It was above table laugh, not sensible.
Yeah. I sort of take a nod and go, okay, right, so I'm glad I could get that off my chest. I'm glad I could talk to you. But,
oh, no, anytime, honestly, and I'm glad hopefully that makes you feel a bit better, even though this is deep.
I look at her smiling, oh, it does, it's a weight off, and maybe I can just get on with things now, but,
now we just have to think of how to bring this to the group.
Yeah, we get the people back and we talk about it back at the hold.
Yeah, they just need to recover, I guess.
Yeah, we need to get the people back home and safe, and then we discuss it then as a group.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, this was a heavy conversation, but yeah, let's go back.
Yeah. I sort of reach out and give her a quick hug and go, thanks for listening.
Pleasure, honestly, anytime. I'm here for you.
All right, let's go see how our statue's doing.
Yeah.
Still think he would have looked pretty in the garden.
Thanks.
No, he.
Come on, let's go inside.
Oh.
That sounded really. That was really rude of me there, actually. Sorry. No, she's not beautiful. He's on about Zarek. Shh.
Hey, Stone Cold might be a slightly git, but he's not going to start throwing random compliments out at a time like this when he's just had a heartfelt moment with someone. You all know it's a bit better than that. Not much, but a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
A little bit.
So.
Just a smidgen.
I just need to run and get a drink a sec.
you all return to the group.
Mm.
40 by 30. And begin doing whatever it is you.
My central dinner first.
No, I just realised that. Yeah.
This is a very charged evening. You guys can all stay in the carriage tonight if you wish, or if you want to stay in the temple to allow more healing or whatnot. It is up to you all. Zarek and Cade, where would you guys like to stay? Would you like to stay in your own beds or in the temple?
If I stay in the temple, do I cure exhaustion? Because if it doesn't matter, I'll go anywhere.
No, it doesn't matter.
See what? Let's. Zarek going to the carriage. Just like really slowly, Zarek.
So, Zarek, you are still exhausted, and we'll say that you're still a little bit unconscious.
Yep, and my speed's half is my exhaustion level.
Yeah. But you are dragged out by... Stormcrow, give me a strength check, please.
That'd be funny.
Let's see this
Come on,
strength
just-
check. Roll. Oh, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were a weak boy. You managed to get Zarek sort of over your shoulder and start hoofing him out onto the street and into the carriage. And Cade, you manage to lean on whoever wishes to allow you to lean on to them.
And you're not strong.
I'll allow it. Go on.
Thank you.
Take that up by 2. Y'all are leaning on each other because you're good friends, and y'all get out into the carriage. I need to bring, as you guys are leaving, you see the small shape of Vondra being escorted in. Oh no, he's not there. To the carriage by a large Aarakocra. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da.
Sorry. Where is his token? Oh my god. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Vondra is guided in by this large Aarakocra. He says, "Oh, so these are your friends, huh? Nice. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Doc,
Yeah,
hey.
isn't it?
I'm the General. My name is Rasha and Vespic. It is good to see you all." So, I was just chatting to your little friend here, Vundra,
Gundra.
and Vondra just looks up at him. It's Kevin. That's right, it was Kevin. And y'all are seem to be a little bit banged up, it seems. She's explained the situation a little bit. You guys got attacked by spooky people through a portal. Whoosh. I know how that feels. So, I'm going to thank you all for fighting these things, and just to let you know, we will not be pressing charges this evening. Oh, wait a minute. And picks up this plate from Vondra and passes it to you, Mouse. I got you this charcuterie board. Vondra just
And what a lovely charcuterie board it is.
yeah, it's nice, isn't it? You guys notice he has a weird pipe on his belt. It's a really pungent smell coming from it. It's
I back
Didn't
up a
we work-
bit.
Didn't we work out there was a certain percentage of food missing from the charcuterie board as well?
there's what in the charcuterie board?
A certain amount of food missing from the charcuterie board.
Oh yeah, it was like enough for everybody. I think it was.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah. So, if there's anything we can do to help you guys in the future, Drower will be open to you all whenever you need. I'm assuming you look the scariest little kitty cat. Take it you're the one that keeps everybody in line.
I try as much as I can, I guess.
Cool.
It's like herding geese.
Is that a joke? Because I'm a bird person.
Oh no, in that case, cats.
Because you are a cat. Nice. Nice. I knew a bunny person that was a little bit like you once.
A bunny person? I don't think I have come across a bunny person. Was she brave and smart and intelligent like me?
No. No.
No.
She had a punch on her though.
I bet. Where have you come from? I'm sorry, did I miss something?
Oh, I'm the
You're
I'm the
general of the guard here?
Yeah.
Alright, where were you when this portal opened? Like, what do you know about that?
Nothing. I was on duty. And then it opened, and then just we heard pow, pow, da da. And you guys sort of killed whoever it was, so it's fine. You guys were the protectors, and we thank you for doing our jobs for us.
Yeah.
Seems a little bit like he's out of it. He's a bit spaced.
Yeah. Yeah. Mouse's eyes are rather wide, and she's just kind of like doing that nodding sort of like when you don't really know what to say to a person, just like yeah.
Please tell me you've got lesser restoration just to randomly sober him up.
Listen, this is Rasha and we're talking about. I don't think even that would fucking help him. He has that much in his system. He still probably has those.
Wish.
Probably still has those mushrooms in his system from 15 years ago.
Is that what the smell is?
Do you partake? And he lifts up the pipe. Do you?
What is it?
Well, no.
This is some medicine. Does anybody want a toke?
Zarek goes over and goes, medicine. Just grabs it.
Yeah.
I
Puff.
don't.
Puff, puff, puff. Take it to the head. Take it to the head.
Can't save.
Nah, it's fine. You are now a little bit high. Is he puff puff passing it to anyone?
Yep.
Oh fuck! Sorry, forgot Sensor will be the first one in line. Same.
Can I have control on Mouse again, please?
For fuck's sake! Why do you want so much control over her?
I want control of everything.
I don't know why. This has just started happening. Yes, so he could pass around his stuff, and he just basically turns to you all and says, "Well, if there's anything anybody else needs, like Drower is open to you all whenever you need. Thank you so much for helping. I need to go."
Just before you go, Rasham, could you just stay there a second? Cade will walk up closer and pull out the feather and compare it to Rasham's feathers.
Oh, nice. They are not. Yeah, they are not comparison. Yeah. They, I've not even touched Rasham's fucking medicine, you know. They are not the same feathers. His are black with a bit of gold sort of trim in them, but you also see like the grey coming through from his advanced age. He is getting old. Whereas the one that you have is black with some purple through it. Some purple trim.
So
Not the same.
Chompy is running about, and you notice that he's got a bit of fleece from one of the sheeps on his head. He's like a little walking puddle.
Oh. Whoa. Your dog looks a little bit weird.
Yes, he's been ill. Maybe he should
cool.
have some medicine.
I don't think that's good to give a dog this medicine. He just sort of stashes the pipe. It was a crack pipe, by the way. It wasn't weed. Before anybody thinks that, you're all now crack fiends. He flushes out his wings, gives you all a bow, sort of topples a little bit, but positions himself. I need to go. One of our elderly people needs help somewhere. Oh, he would hate it if I didn't at least pass this on. He pulls out like a little business card and passes it to you, Mouse, and does his bowing again and wanders off out of the carriage.
What's on the card?
You look at the card and it's got the face of a very ugly old goblin, and it says Tryfum Sporks and Sparks. The modern day revolution in feeding utensils.
It's less spelt as well.
Yeah, it's like Harry Potter. It sort of speaks to you when you read stuff.
Oh, that's cool. It is a shop for cutlery.
Utensil of the future.
I don't know why we need this, but okay.
Because it's utensil of the future.
Well, of course. Maybe we should go buy some sporks.
Do you guys want to go to a shop to buy some sporks?
Yeah.
It would be rude
buy-
not to while we were here.
I'll buy one platinum's worth. Oh,
Okay. Now I need to find a shop. Fucking picture. Hold on. Who is? Was it Starlight Peaks? Yes. There we go. Give me. Oh, no, that's Abby. Go away, Abby. You're not alive. I mean, you're not here.
Anyway, you took all our stuff.
Yeah, you stole from
I
this
left
group.
it behind. I checked.
Nothing.
Cade. Who's going to these shops?
Nah.
Do you not want to go to the shop, Sensorol? No?
I don't know, maybe. Not for Sporks, but maybe for something else, yeah.
Okay.
Let me check what I've got.
Saying that probably, yeah.
Are you going to be fine? No, Vondra's not here. Fuck Vondra. 1, 2,
Yeah,
3, 4, 5. Is there 5 of us tonight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Y'all can leave. I'll say that you guys get your rest, and before you leave in the morning, you all go for a little bit of a shop before you do.
Say a long rest.
So you guys can have a long rest, cause I love you,
Yay!
and I
Thank
do,
you.
and I do nothing but look out for you all.
Just look good to us.
Is it enough of a long rest to recover an exhaustion point? Or I can do whatever?
Yeah, you get 1 exhaustion point off from a long rest.
Yeah. Okay.
So, y'all get a long rest, get yourself up in the morning, and decide to go shopping. Find yourself.
I am.
Yeah.
Sorry, just quickly before we start and get up, I'm going to send a quick message to Mayron to fill him in on everything. Well, that I can do with 25 words.
Okay, doc.
I'm not going to read it out, I'm just going to...
Yeah, just send it to me.
Hey, baby. I mean, yeah.
No, this is for Mayron, not Darren.
I don't even get that. I just get hey bitch. That's, I just get treated like a bit of meat, and I fucking love it. So, y'all find the closest shop possible, and enter the premises early mornings. What would y'all like to look for whilst you're here?
I want to look for the finest spork that the shop has to offer.
You'll wander through the door, makes a nice little ding 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 as you walk in, begin perusing the wares. Mouse, can I have a perception check, please?
I was waiting for it.
He's not here. I'll get like Pete to get him back to the carriage so we can get him back.
What was it?
Oh, that's...
I'm just saying, I'm not here. I've gone back to the people of Starlight Peak to get him back to the carriage so we can help him get back.
Okay, doke. That is fine.
Because I've got a even though I know what's coming and I want to avoid it.
That was a nat 1 for a 15, so can I use my 24 passive perception?
Yes,
You
you will.
have inspiration.
I will say you wander into the shop and you realise that there is not anybody behind the counter.
Let's steal everything.
Yeah, free shit. No, we're good.
Okay, you'll be good.
One does not steal. One has a look at the crossbows.
Nice.
Would they have a bag of holding in this shop?
Would they have a what, sorry?
A bag of holding.
You look around and you cannot see any bag of holding or anything like that. It might be worth asking the barkeep or the person.
Running
Right.
beer, yeah.
Yeah.
And how much for +1 arrows?
Ooh,
If they have any.
+1 arrows. Give me a second. Boyer Fletcher, where are you? Arrows. It only has normal arrows there. Give me 2 seconds. +1 arrow cost 5e. So for a +1 arrow, because it is, yeah, it's technically classed as like that's technically classed as like a magical arrow, isn't it? Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will be 25 gold per arrow.
Okay. We'll take. I'll take like 15 of them.
Okay. You find a bundle of arrows. It says that it's in a group of 15. And you can take it up to the counter.
And another thing is, can you stealth after them?
If you, yeah, you could
I
speak.
mean, I don't know if I get much money for it. It's just a leather armor that they're sitting, and I don't need really, because I've got other armor already.
Yeah, you could sell that.
So.
If you want.
Yep.
Grab the bundle. Go over to the desk. Nobody's there. Would you like to shout on the shopkeep?
Is there any like bell to ring or anything to?
Yeah, there's a nice little there's a nice little bell at the side of the cash register. No, the cash register beside the desk. You could ding that if you want.
Yeah, I will.
Nice little ding ding ding.
Ding 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 ding.
Actually, that's the merchant's thing. Does that have a? No, for some reason in the merchant bit of pocket bard, you have explosions, glass breaking, an earthquake. Apparently that
Not
hat,
ding, ding.
but not ding ding ding.
Rude.
It's enchanted.
Shat myself a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You
Good one.
you ding ding ding, and you just hear hold on.
For fuck's sake.
Do I know that voice?
Yeah.
You recognise that voice, Mouse.
I look. I turn around. Everybody out! Everybody out! Everybody out!
Door slams shut, and
For
a
fuck's sake.
small, gnomish, possibly decrepit halfling climbs up onto the desk.
You know
Oh.
when a cat is like on curtains, like on four legs, like that's what Matt's like at the door right now.
Oh!
Slowly sliding down. No!
Central, you don't understand what's happening, and you just turn around to see Mouse doing that. And as you turn back to look at the where the voice came from, you just see staring into your eyes, at the same level as you, the decrepit old woman. Oh, hello. What can I do for you, my dear?
Hello, weird lady. I'm not so sure I want something from you now.
But you dinged the bell. So you must be wanting something.
I accidentally touched it. I'm so sorry.
You see, like, she's got this really creepy smile on her face. The milky white eyes staring into your soul. Only about four
She's just
teeth in her...
shivering on that look.
Only about 4 teeth in her mouth. And sticking her tongue between them all. No, it's all right, my dear. What can I do for you today? Oh, you have...
What do you want back for it? I mean, I just wanted some arrows from you and maybe sell you one of my armors, but yeah. What would you want for that?
Oh. From you? A fine young specimen entering this shop. And she just sort of leans over and pats you on the shoulder.
I just kind of step back and be like, okay.
as you do that, you feel like her arm still reaches towards you. She's standing in the same position. It's like her arm elongates. You hear the cracking of bones. The
Gross. I actually say gross as that happens.
It comes with age, my dear.
Yeah. Oh.
For you, I'll say 350 gold. And that's minus for the armour for these lovely arrows.
You know what? Yeah, whatever. I take it.
She lifts up the bundle of arrows. They seem like a little bit bigger than her, and she gives the bundle a nice little kiss. They go a wee bit slobbery. You can add 15. You can add 15 plus 2 arrows to your inventory.
Oh, right. Hello. Okay.
These are now these are now cursed items.
Right. Right.
Yeah, probably take poison damage.
Yeah.
So plus 2 arrows then. And I took the 350 off already.
Sweet. As you sort of turn, you just feel a little from your head. Such a nice colour. As she's pulled out one of your hairs.
That's two of
I
the
didn't
group
say
more.
Yeah. I'll be like, oi, I didn't say I'd give you my hair for this.
That's payment, my dear.
You did not say anything about taking my hair. I did not agree to this. Give me my hair back.
You say that, she winds the hair up a little bit. Who am I hearing through?
Stomper's feeding back.
And she just puts the hair into her mouth.
Yeah. You know what? You keep it, bloody hair.
That's lovely. Thank you.
I'd say you're welcome back. Not really.
The other two. I see you at the door.
No.
Scratching. Don't think I never seen you again, my lovely.
Hi, Betty. Can we go now, please? Thank you. Lovely shop you've got here.
You hear the crunch.
Oh,
Another crack.
Mouse hasn't even turned around and she just shudders.
Starts dragging her leg along. It's nice to see you. Hex touched. You're different this time, aren't you?
We've been through some shit.
At least you saved her.
Yeah, I think it was worth it.
She leans up and pats you on the shoulder. That's good. And don't worry, he's not dead yet. Blink. Pulls a bit of your fur out of the side of your face.
No. I'm not even gonna fight it.
Wraps it, puts it down her top. And the other two. Who's first?
So, Xerix, while this has been going on, put their hood up. So most of their hair is covered.
It's nice. Shadow touched. You hear the dragging along the wood.
There's one hand on the quarterstaff.
No.
Sorry, just quickly, can we say that Mouse escaped? Because I'm gonna have to go to bed.
Well, I've not got long left, but if you're needing to go, on you go.
No. If you've not got long left, then I'll stay for that one.
She fingers her arm up and begins touching your face, Zarek. Stuffs a finger in your mouth. Healed up, but not whole yet. Another finger goes in and just starts twiddling about on your tongue.
Can I like move?
No, you're the fear has gripped you. Plink. Hair out your head, wraps it up again, puts it down her bosom again. I was hoping the other one was here, but they're not. They're on their own missions. And you slides across to you, Cade.
Cade had been completely oblivious to what she had been doing because he'd been looking round. He just turned around and sees her and he's like, shit, what the fuck?
Finger goes up to your beak. Shh. It's alright. Climbs up your body yourself. Just like scuttles up your form. Leans in gently towards your ear hole. Can you jump over to Whispers for 2 seconds?
Okay, okay.
Plucks a feather from your head. This will be good. This will be good enough for them.
Who are they?
You'll see in time.
It's should be equal exchange, and Cade will try to pull one of her hairs out.
You pull some of the hair off her head and it just slumps back a load of scalp, and you just see exposed bone underneath. You've just pulled off a massive clump of her hair, and the skin has just completely came off.
I will chuck it into my bag of holding.
Ugh. Do you really want to do that with everything in there? The
Yes.
blackened sludge-like blood drips from her head down her face, and she just stares still with that creepy smile. Your brother would be so happy with that. And creeps off. See you back in session.
No.
Yeah, what is it worth?
Yeah, that as well, yeah.
You hear a little whisper towards Cade, and Cade saying something about trade being equal, and you see him grasping with his talons a chunk of Betty's hair, and he slips it off, but a massive chunk comes out, and a chunk of her skin and scalp comes off with it.
Jesus.
Black gelatinous blood begins pouring out, and you see Cade stuffing this into his bag of holding. You see exposed scalp and bone underneath the bit where he's pulled off, and Betty just does not seem to be caring. She's pulling her leg along. Deals have been made. The threads will be woven. You all are now welcome. See you all shall
like,
soon. A little glow materializes around her, and she disappears. You all are left bamboozled, disgusted, and
Yep.
afraid.
Mm-hmm.
The door to
Mouse,
the
Mouse's last words is just gonna look up to Cade and go, "What the actual fuck?"
He will pull the chunk of scalp out, tear off some of his gown, wrap it up, and we have a part of her. So whatever the fuck she is, we can try and find out now.
Why? I just don't want anything to do with it. And she gets out of the shop.
The door opens and you hear the little ding of the bell, and you can all leave the shop. And that is where we will end the session this week.
Yep.
Such a wrong.
Cool. Derek's forgot all about what they came in for. Just gone. Just like literally, just got accosted, got about like doing stuff.
I didn't get my souvenir spork.
You see a pile of sporks on the way, and you thing them up. You scoop them up. You now have sporks.
Okay.
And yes, that is where the session is finished for the week.
Yeah.
You guys did say about going shopping, so you brought that all on yourselves.
Well, I didn't want to go, and then you made me, and I should have known better.
You should
I
have
just
said
wanted
no.
a souvenir. I didn't want to sell my soul.
Yeah, I want to find like a spork and maybe a luckstone, I suppose, lucky, or like cloak protection. But like I got nothing except the costume.
No, we got Betty.
Yeah. Although
Right,
that's the first time one of my
I'm gonna
cars.
run off and leave you all. So.
All right, you rest well.
Yeah.
You too. Good night.
Cheers for watching, anyone. See you later.